Alright, I think we're live. Am I live on Twitch too? I am. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Free emojis. They are free. For free, you can have this. The classics. The classics. We'll just pin this until 20 minutes. There we go. Okay. We're here with Cerulean Crescent, though. Chat, how you doing today? You start up my... Whoa! Nope, I'm not trying to open Steam Big Picture. That's the problem with using controllers on PC. Is they always think you're trying to open Steam Big Picture. I will never be trying to open Steam Big Picture. Hold on 1 second, I have to respond to a message. Okay. So, we're playing some more... Uh-oh. Error, more than one ingestion at the primary URL. What the fuck? Send one stream... Whoa. Okay, we're good. Open widget. Is something... Okay, I feel like something's going wrong on YouTube's end. View your channel live. This is Fire Emblem like you've never seen before. Okay, we are live. And we're only live with one thing. Chat, are you, Is, like, there an echo or something? It says that more than one stream is currently going. We're here. Okay. So the error that I'm getting, I guess I can just show you all the peek behind the curtain, I guess. So we can try to figure out together why the fuck this is happening. Window capture. Browser. So you see this right here. More than one... Oh, it... Okay, well, never mind. Whatever it was is gone. Okay. Well... I don't hear an echo. Yeah, it said I was... Apparently I was streaming two things to the same stream, according to YouTube, but I think YouTube's just drunk. Y'all, YouTube sucks. Yeah, YouTube sucks so much. This platform is so fucking broken. They're too invested in just, like, shoveling useless AI features and not fixing, like, any of their problems. When you said that we'd be picking up your family here, I was expecting a quick stop, not another armed showdown. I would have thought so too, since Mother can hardly handle herself at anything. But the note my brother left shows otherwise. If even she's in trouble, there's no sign of the tide. then I suspect it must be. And here they are. This is the jurisdiction of the sect. Please leave. A sect? What are you doing here? Where's my family? Do you act on the authority of the sect or yourself? Oh, if it isn't the tower. Your little secrets have come back to bite you. Answer me! The sect knows, Tower, that you harbored that cursed bloodline. That every single dead at Rat Creek was because of your selfish actions. What? Tower, you told me. I cannot place the blame on others for what happened. But this is different. We still have time. This is preventable. I'm sure you said the same about your dear adopted son, Valen. And continued to say the same when he slaughtered Rat Creek. There's no more room for your sentimental lies, Tower. The sect, the Crescent, has already lost far too much. The new cursed vessel must die. I was afraid to face my mistakes. But that's what I've toiled for these past few years. Valen's tragedy need not repeat itself. I don't understand all this cursed nonsense you're spouting. But if you think you can threaten my family, Elish herself won't save you. You are the mother of the cursed vessel, Oriana. You are an unfortunate soul, but you must listen to reason. Your daughter was doomed from the day she was born. If you intend for me to draw steel, fine. You've chosen poorly. Stand aside! Does this guy have Vantage? Cause Tower's fucked. Ugh. You survived the edict? Then perish! Master! Fall back. Damn you, Tower. May our soul burn with the weight of your wrongdoings. Tower, what the hell is all this? Go after her, damn it! Am I too weak to follow my own convictions? No, this is what I've chosen. Blast. I could only use the edict once. You two, man those towers and blast anyone that comes by. Yes, Master. Mercenary, what's the situation? Oh, I've got a bone to pick with you, priest. You told me there were 3 of them, and conveniently left out that the head taker was one of them. We've lost many good men. Why do you think I hired you lot? No matter. Have you finished the job? We've got them cornered in these ruins, but casualties are high and morale isn't. I expect serious compensation for this. And you will get it. But get your men prepared. We're about to have a real battle on our hands. How many of them and at what caliber? Only a few, but Tower's among them. The Tower? We're facing another of the Crescent's veterans. He may be tough, but I've come prepared. Just buy me a few minutes to prepare the ritual. Even Tower won't be a match. Can you be so sure? I'm risking my damn life out here. Are you telling me these so-called mythic mercenaries cannot even take on some amateurs and a few fossils? Fine. I repeat my words. I expect to be able to retire on the rewards of this mission. That's more like it. I call upon you, almighty and righteous ancestor, to come to the aid of this descendant in need. Now go forth. Damn it, this mercenary shtick ain't easy. That swordswoman nearly took my head off. Sorry, I thought this was gonna be easy money. At least they've got it under control now. So about that honest work, huh? We're still out here killing for gold. Nothing has changed. We're fighting for the sect. It's a good cause. You mainlanders and your sect. I trust the hooded folk about as far as I can throw them, and I'm built like a twig. The sect has always been just. I'm sure it's just beyond our understanding. Sure. I'll just snoop around the ruins and maybe find and grab some loose bits. You coming? I'll leave the asset recovery to you. I'm in dire need of washing the armor and pondering our last reading session. That's what you're calling it? Asset recovery? Looting is for lowlives. We're above that. Of course. Didn't I kill her? I thought I killed her last time. More lambs to the slaughter. I don't care if it's 1 or 100. They ain't getting past me. Kyrina, stay behind us. Mother and I will take care of this. I can handle myself, Uncle. I won't be a burden to you. It's too soon since your last outbreak, Kyrina. You need nutrition and rest. Food and rest won't do me any good when they're cutting me to pieces. Let the girl come. Illness or no, she needs to be tempered to reach her full potential. When I was her age... Mother, not everyone was hunting dragons or whatever when you were like 15. The youth of the Crescent ain't used to how it used to be. I tell you, exertion to build one's body is a cure for any illness. No, it's not. That is a fucking lie. After this long, do you think this is some normal illness? So what? Kyrina's made out of sterner stuff than the chaff. Yeah, if they want my head, I'll give him a hell. I'm sorry, Captain Valen, but I can't let another demon be loose. Men, they're trapped. Cut them down. Hi, I hope you enjoy this hack. I'm going to see how further you go with this game's secrets. Yeah, some people commented on the last stream. Apparently I missed, like, an entire fucking screen's worth of secrets in the interlude. So, like, whoopsie. What ROM hack is this? This is Cerulean Crescent. Look at the 2 goats and also him. So we have presumably 3 new units. I'm guessing they'll work like the siblings did, and that they're green right now. It's like engage where they'll turn blue and start. So she's just like legendary swordswoman whose tale I even read once. She may be retired, but she isn't 7 feet tall, as the tale said. Decapitate. Guarantees a critical on initiate. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. 10 defense, too. That feels high. I feel like most of my units are pretty frail. Wait. Oh, no, that's res. Never mind. Yeah, 10 defense feels pretty high. It's literally just 1 less than my armor. What does the chicken do? We got the chicken last time. And the chicken has, Astra. Like an attack that's like an automatic Astra. And, Feathery Fury, which is a 1-2 range attack that boosts strength and magic until end of turn. And then I also gave the chicken the Plucker's Gift. My logic was the chicken's already got 10 move, right? So, like, give the move to people with high move. But also, zero defense and res. The chicken's getting one shot by everything anyway, right? So, the downside is just not a downside. Is sort of my thought. Fancy Stabber, my beloved. Canto Plus cannot crit. So wait, okay, so she can't, so Decapitate. Okay, so question. If I Decapitate, but am using the Fancy Stabber, do I not crit because it's got, like, the bronze effects? Like, which takes priority? Still can't crit. Okay, that's what I thought. That's interesting. Alright, Marlowe is a mage rider, lazy town guard from Marinde, wants nothing more than a cozy job and a drink. Only his family could have gotten him here. And he's her son. So he's just, like, a mounted magic user. Do you have any special traits? Canto Plus, that's just all mounts have that. Wild Surge. After this unit attacks, all enemies within 2 tiles receive a random negative status effect. Yo, this is just Dungeons and Dragons. This is just Dungeons and Dragons. This is like Wild Magic from D&D, where it has like a random effect. Although I guess it's better because Wild Magic is sometimes positive, sometimes negative. All enemies, no restrictions. So, like, even bosses, it used to not work on bosses. Oh, but that's like a 2.0 change. And then you have another Wild Drain. Enemies within 2 tiles with a status effect. Ooh, oh wait, so, okay. So, you attack with him, and then you can finish with someone else who gets life drained. That's actually pretty cool. Time to silence the enemy berserker. I know there's weaken, there's freeze, there's silence. And then Karina, what are you? You're a trainee, right? When defending, reduce damage taken by 25%. When initiating, add 25% of foes' max HP to attacks. Oriana's daughter, a sickly yet determined girl. I'm a bit envious of how protective the family is towards her. She has an A support with Oriana, so maybe she makes the team just for that. It's kind of anti-synergy with Kanto Plus. True. Now that you mention it, that is true. So unfortunately, we had to make some cuts. So this is who we're benching. Everyone say, I know he's on the thumbnail, but we're benching him. And then Pomelo. Honestly, this early for cuts was hard. But that's, I think, what we're doing. So, I will say this, I probably would have benched Vermilion. I probably would have benched Vermilion if I weren't streaming. But, like, we're streaming, and he got the best. I love Pomelo as a name. It means grapefruit in Spanish. Pomelo's really cool because he gets a tank, and then the tank lets him use cannons, right? And then he also has drop attack, which means he can get out of the tank and get, like, extra damage from it, which is pretty awesome. I just got here. I don't know why the chicken is a badass, but I approve. I mean, the chicken, like, I'll be honest, the chicken doesn't seem, like, great. Like, look at these stats, right? But we got Auto Astra, we got Feathery Fury. The main thing is we got the skill the best on the chicken. And, like, I'm streaming, right? So, like, we're gonna get funny chicken clips, probably. Clip farming. Pomelo drop attack is new. Yeah, that's a 2.0 change, I've been told. I've never played this before, so I don't know, like, what's new and what's not. Okay, Barrier Lance. When defense isn't enough, plus 15 res. One of the few survivors of Tower's old crew makes the best skewers on this side of the crescent. And you're the guy from earlier. The leader of the mythic mercenaries, sick of people making fun of their name. He wants to be taken seriously. You have no skills. Do you have skills? You have no skills. Because skills are the telltale sign of a recruitable unit. Ancestor. The fuck are you? You're scary. Oh, that's what the doofus is summoning. Yeah, Murzed. A senior member of the sex Coastal Blanche, clearly personal grievances with the tower in particular. Not quite S rank. Alright, let's swamp some of y'all around. Please, brothers and sisters, hear me out. No more blood needs to be spilled today. This is the man who let the tragedy befall Rat Creek with his secrets. Deafen yourself to this heretic. My words aren't getting through. I feared it would come to this. The bloodshed in this battle will be on your hands, Murzed. My hands? That threat's coming from the traitor who only needed to do his damn job. If you cannot, then allow me the pleasure of the fiend in the shape of a girl dies today. If you only wish to speak with violence, then I have my answer. Kyrina's death will cause a game over in this chapter only. Alright, we will harm you. Kind of weird that the preps music plays during this dialogue. Yeah, now that you mention it, it doesn't feel fitting. So we Feathery Fury. Hang on, I want to see if... Yeah, I think what we do is... You go here... You go here and Feathery Fury. Sorry I'm late. Welcome, Brian. How are you? Skibbity. Jump scare the ancestor. Oh, right. I forgot you have Kanto Plus. Because the plan is... Lindros Gaming. He's a little chunky. The plan is to set up a javelin kill. The chicken level... Oh, wait! I was looking away! Oh, shit, you're right! Okay, Pog. Because the Astra Strike uses strength, right? Vermilion has 1-2 range. Only with the feather. Astra is 1 range. Oh, is the Astra magical? Astra is strength. Is it just because you have enough defense? You have 10 defense. 9 attack. Okay. Unfortunate. Okay, we crocodile you. Big armor. Yeah. Alright, I think we have tower, chunk this guy. The Croc of Dial. Feathery Fury, you. You have 1-2 range as well. Alright, well, Feathery Fury, you. to boost Vermilion. I haven't played Hack, so it's hard to say. I wouldn't call the story very lighthearted. Don't forget to keep track of side objectives with the guide? What do you mean? What do you mean keep track of side objectives with the guide? There's nothing in here about that. Danny skipped it. Okay, well then please don't tell me. I'll figure out what I missed when I get there. But as it stands, if I missed it, I missed it, right? Like, that's just kind of how a blind playthrough goes. I know that, I feel like this happens anytime I stream something. People get really upset if I don't find literally every secret on my first playthrough. But like, that's how secrets work, right? Not everyone's gonna find them. And like, if you do, that's good for you, right? Like, that's, cool and awesome and good for you. But not everyone does. And that's also fine for, when we don't. Oh, rats. Is Gale Force in this game? Yeah, Gecko, the trainee that I'm currently, like, the scrub loser I'm currently trading up, she has Gale Force as her skills. Alright, I think this is what we do. You go here. Iron Sword. Then you have how much HP? You have 16 HP. Okay. So we will have. You can't one shot, right? No. You kill. You go here with the pot. Swarp. Kill this person. I noticed the extra action after the KO. So a lot of skills in this will give extra actions for various... Yo, res again on Mince. That 5% boost, that 5% boost doubled his growth rate, smiley face. Alright, so I think what we do is you Iron Bow here. 12 speed? Oh yeah, what's Vince's speed growth? Like, obviously I know he's blessed right now, but I want to see how blessed. 35's not terrible, actually. He's gotten like 2 speed levels, I want to say, which is, you know, pretty good. So you can get there. You have 9 AS. Gecko has either 10 AS or 6 AS. No one else can reach... No, the Peg can reach there. Alright, I think what we do is we dance for Mins. Mince goes here. With the bow equipped, he'll counter the Peg on enemy phase. Shove. And then you go here and inner power. Alright, and now there's just you three. Automatic critical hit. What have you got again? You have extra damage when attacking. Is the status thing within you? It's within your range. Okay, so you go here. Pomelo is on the bench with the Cyclops. Did my boy Pomelo already kick it? I was saying this earlier, just like a little bit ago. Wait, are you petrified? Holy shit, y'all! What the hell? Ridiculousness! Gale Force is like the worst of the refresh skills here. Yeah, it's like... Cause the hack has a lot of refresh skills. The leader has a thing where she gets a 4-way dance by murdering people, which is pretty cool. That's the Lord's power. You have auto crit when initiating. You have nothing else, right? But 10 defense. So I'll put you here with the fancy stabber, cause infinite durability be like. And I guess Oriana can go down here. Marlowe can be nutty. Is Marlowe someone I have already, or are y'all talking about something we haven't gotten to? If you're talking about something we haven't gotten to, I would appreciate waiting and, you know, I just want to see stuff myself. The Mage Knight is Marlowe. Okay. I'm having trouble remembering all the names just because there's so many people, you know? So Mince will kill her. She's minced meat now. Smiley face. Out of my way. I also see that my leader can talk to, Lindra's Supremacy. We are Lindra's Gaming. But, like, she can talk to a mythical merc, which... Is that just, like... It's the entire faction, it looks like. Or is it one specific one? I don't see any speech bubbles, so my assumption is it's the entire faction. Alright, let's start by fair fighting. I got engaged right now. It's last night. It's probably gonna be fun. I like Engage. I think it's a game that gets worse over time. But I don't think that's, like, a huge deal. I think most games that get worse the more you play them, to be honest. Feathery Fury. Can't secure any fucking kills. What about Lindros Panda? What about Lindros? Wait, Panda? What do you mean Lindros Panda? Oh, you're talking to Odd Panda. Okay, sorry. It took me a second to make that connection. I thought you were saying, like, the Lindros Panda or something. Something that I just didn't know. Tower having automatic triangle advantage in a game where triangle is this strong is, like, actually ridiculous, and I love it. Alright, time for Gecko level up. Hi, Joshua. Hi, Alejandro. That's actually not a very good level up. Gecko, don't you have, like, a good speed growth? I feel like she's just not getting speed. Okay, we can deal 12 with you. Okay. Let's have Vermilion go down here. And Feathery Fury, that's 18 plus 12. We can get this kill. Do you know about the iconic Lindros Panda? Oh, that hammer sprite! It makes me think of, like, the clubs from Fire Emblem Fates. Okay, I think what we do is we pocket spell to kill this guy, and then we rescue Gecko out with our staffer. I like this hammer sprite. All become nails! I think we shoot you with the bow and then canto upwards. Tower was mid back then. Lindros is very good with the dicer in the Anna secret shop. I genuinely cannot tell if you're joking or if that's just actually something that I haven't gotten to yet. That's sort of the level of ridiculousness that we have with with hacks like this, where you're just like, people can just say stuff and it's like, is this real? Is this fake? I have no idea. Vermilion not getting one shot. Most jerks kind of blur the line. Yeah, so I've said it before, but I think we have a bunch of new people today, so I'll sort of re-emphasize it. When I say no spoilers, I include joke spoilers amongst that. And the reason for it is people tend to think they're cleverer than they actually are when it comes to, like, giving quote-unquote joke spoilers that secretly have real spoilers hidden inside of them. There was a thing that happened when I played TMGC where there's a secret event you get for placing a specific character on a specific tile in the early game. And everyone was like, oh, you know, put this character there and Freddy Fazbear will join you. Oh, put this character there and you'll get Plungus Plungus, a unit with capped stats. And so, like, the thing is, it was very obvious to me that what was being said was an actual spoiler sort of disguised as a joke. And so I just didn't put the character there. But, like, looking back on it, in retrospect, afterwards, I was like, okay, but that's, like, you know, actually still obnoxious in the attempt to get around, like, my spoiler wall by making a quote-unquote joke spoiler that was just a real one. Something from the Brave Lance and Hag. Yeah, that too. And so it's, at this point, I'm just like, no spoilers includes the joke spoilers. Just because, again, chat always thinks they're cleverer than they are. And even if you're, like, not trying to do, like, a jokey spoiler, that is secretly a real spoiler, oftentimes it'll be, like, just accidentally giving real spoilers is a thing. Talon! If you defeat all of the bosses on the map, you'll move on to the next one. Yo, no way. S12. Let's do 10 here. People die if they are killed. It's like, it's weird, right? Like, internet spoiler culture, I've been on, like, the sort of rant about it, where, like, what is and isn't considered a spoiler can be pretty weird. Uh-oh. I think we're fine. 11 attack, yeah, Yvette's fine. Yvette's fucking bulky. Like, weirdly so. Okay, I think we go here with Amaterasu. Send you over here. I'm sorry if somebody already asked this, but what is this hack? This is Cerulean Crescent. It is linked in the description on both YouTube and Twitch. Which, by the way, if you're not following me on Twitch, I would appreciate a follow. It is free. And free followers get, some fun little free emojis. Like Garfield, right here. Or, my personal favorite, because I made this one myself, is Ross with the copium. And I want people to spam that when, when we're training our trainees, because I'm fully on board Gecko, and I feel like chat's gonna bully me and force me to use this one as well, Kyrina. Like, I might be wrong, but I think chat's gonna try and bully me into using Kyrina. Make Gecko cope a meme. I'm not comfortable with making, like, emojis that... Yo, he's berserked! I'm not comfortable with making emojis off of, like, ROM hack characters, specifically because, like, you know, at the end of the day, I am, you know, making money off of YouTube and Twitch, so it feels like profiting on someone else's work without, you know, any sort of compensation on their part, which is something I don't want to do. Hopefully y'all can understand that. Cuts lads too. Are you a devoted? You're a mythic merc. So, like, I'm a little bit... I would like to try and get this talk before I kill the boss. We are doing our turn wheel rules where we have 5 rewinds. So let's try, we'll lunge with guidance. I'm late to the party, what is this? This is Cerulean Crescent. There's a link in the description for both YouTube and Twitch. But it is a ROM hack that recently got an update. What do you mean you can't talk to him? That's a mythical merc! That's a mythical merc! Huh. Well, okay. I guess that was, I guess that just happened. I guess we can just retreat over here. This is an amazing hack if you dig crazy player phases. You get like a ton of ridiculous player phase tools. Okay, we'll do this. That's just a bug. Okay, so there's no like talk there. Gotcha, gotcha. Thank you, Protector1995, for the follow on Twitch. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Question to y'all. Is the Twitch stream Blurry to anyone else? Oh no, that's on my end. I have it on lower quality. I have it on 160p. Right, I remember I set it to 160 so that I could monitor it while at the same time not reducing my own, like, quality. I remember now. The base difficulty is pretty chill, but player faces are long and satisfying. Chaining together like 10,000 extra actions just feels good. It just feels good, y'all. OMG Swarp. Ellery! That's twice you fucked that up! That's, like, actually really bad. One RN moment. Yeah, I signed up for it, but I'm blaming Ellery. After surviving all that to die here, what a waste. I get so much dopamine for Ellery's 4-man refresh. I was going for just 2-person. Why doesn't Ellery just hit? Is she stupid? Alright, I gotta rescue Vermilion. I was going for a Vermilion refresh. Alright, so we will harm you. I represent the pride of the mythic mercs. I will not go down easily. We have a hit. We have hit a 90 moment. Alright, we'll dance for you. If we shove Gecko... Gale Force? Is this actually Fire Emblem? This is actually Fire Emblem. This is specifically Fire Emblem Cerulean Crescent. It is a ROM hack focused on absolutely insane player phase stuff that you can do. You have freeze. Okay, we will... I'm gonna harm you again. It's crazy to see how far ROM hacking has come. All of this is built on top of the Sacred Stones as well. Does our legend end here? Or was it never meant to be? Can you recruit Fomortis? Well, so this isn't the Sacred Stones, it's just built on top of it. Like, using the engine, if that makes sense. Okay, we'll go here. Go down here. And move you up here. Okay, she hates the barricade. Thank you, AleMonster99 for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the hashtag Danny Army, or whatever the fuck we're calling ourselves. The Berserk guy didn't attack his friend. Time for a surprise. You'll pay, Tower. Damn, my wound's acting up. Can't quite control. Damn it! The failed teleportation has done a number on the ancestral spirit. I just need some more time to charge it back up and then I can crush these heretics. Of course the sect would have something like that up their sleeve. The hell is that? Murzed must think highly of us as he's using that thing here. However, it looks like his mistakes have given us an opportunity. Then we'll just kill the bastard before he gets his toy running. You're learning quickly. Alright, so we gotta kill him. I think he's the... Oh. The Ancestor... Oh, the Ancestor's also a boss, but he's weakened right now. Okay. Let's see how we want to do this. Age finally caught up to the Ancestor. I remember Tactics Universe evolved into The Last Promise. That was from a while ago, too, The Last Promise. TLP Gaming. Alright, so you have been silenced by the woke left. We'll kill you with Karina. How do you pronounce that? Karinia? Krenia. Okay, Krenia. What ROM-hack is this? This looks interesting. This is Cerulean Crescent. It is, linked in the description. Alright, we gotta heal you up. And we gotta do Minor Chip with you. We'll Thunderbolt you. Do you have Physic on you? You have Remedy. You can't reach with Remedy, can you? Yeah, you can't. Okay. That's okay, because we don't need to... Oh, wait, okay. If I lunge you... to, like, here... Yeah, okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll lunge you with Thunder... Take a shot every time someone asks what hack it is. YouTubers, YouTube comment section, reading the description of the video before asking an incredibly simple challenge level impossible. Yeah, that's the tweet. Basically, if you can tell from my voice getting more and more annoyed at the same question, it's a question that very easily could be answered by just, you know, reading the description. Lord of the Seas was way worse. It's one of those things where, like... Good job, Ellery. It's one of those things where, like, it feels like just... I can't put myself in the mindset where if I see something and I don't know, oh, what game is this? I don't then just immediately... Okay, 7 times 5, that's 35, so that's a kill. What if we're doing it on purpose at this point? It would be funny. It would be a funny way to get drunk, at least. How very amusing. One, two. I think this square is safe. Yeah, okay. So we've got y'all. How much is your swarp range? You have 13 magic, so 6 tiles. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, perfect. Okay, I think what we do... Activate the ley line. You go here. Do ley lines give extra might? So ley lines give you the power status. They refresh your turn and give you full HP. Then we equip the pot, swarp down. Kill this person, so we don't have to deal with the free staff. Dance for Mints. Oriana's got 5 move, 6 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So Oriana goes here, dances. So Mince could kill this person. Locust's still here with the miracle. Only 12 attack. I think Locust were fine leaving alive. You're stationary. $13 times 2, that's 26. Then we could kill with Gecko. Okay, here's how we do this. You, Mince, start by doing this. How does Miracle work? Is it guaranteed or luck percent? Miracle, it's basically like anti-one-shotting. If you're above 50% HP, which for her is, she's at 2, right? Then Miracle gives you, anti-getting one-shot insurance. You'll be left at 1, kind of like... It's like Holdout. If you've played Engage, it's basically Holdout, and the threshold is 50%. Hold up, basically. Yeah. Same brain cell. Hello, I'm on the phone today. Hello, on the phone today. How are you? Duan Dao. Doubles before the counter. Ooh, that could be good on you, actually. Do you have the rank for it? It's D rank. Yeah, okay. Iron Sword you. It's Alacrity Sword, yeah. Alacrity from Fire Emblem Engage. Yeah. It's the Alacrity moment. So you go here. And you go here. Tower. Damn, the old man, the Jagan's falling off again. He's falling behind once more. Alright. So they're breaking the barricades. These guys hate barricades. Using Luna on Mince because he got his 2 points of resistance. This is so sad. I can't believe that mage note. Uh-oh. He's recovering every time? His stats are getting better, or his stats aren't getting better, but he's recovering HP. Okay. So now that Vermilion's powered up, he can just kill anyone, basically. Okay, we will remedy Min's. Hagenwhite and Cerulean Crescents when it comes to old men with axes. Who's the old man with axes in Hag? Who am I forgetting? The hag if she walked in. Edward isn't old. Yeah, I don't think of Edward as old. Don't disrespect Toby. Yo, never count Toby out. I finished that hack this week. It lives rent-free in my head. Who did you use on your team? And is there any, are you a hater of anyone? Are you a specific unit hater? 13. Okay, I think I can put you here, have you trade to the pot, and equip the iron sword. Gecko, open this chest, and then Kanto over to here. Riker, no! Okay, we can Astral Strike you. Windsword isn't effective against flyers. Yeah, I mean, it would have killed anyway, because Oriana's just built different, but I also don't want to waste Windsword. That's a second Vermilion strength point! Chat, another Vermilion strength point has hit the towers. Okay, Quick Rain. Please. Please. Yvette, no! Vermilion is on his usual behavior to become the best unit in the hack. It's a 20% growth. It's ridiculous. Quick Rain is so much worse on 1RN mode. Yeah. Yeah. Bro, why are you disarmed? It's the Horseslayer Myrmidon moment. Wait. Oh, it's C rank. Yeah, so it's a Horseslayer Myrmidon moment. I can't believe we have another member of the Horseslayer Myrmidon archetype. A bunch of units got super buffed. It would seem that way. Alright, we'll fight fair you. How many members does that archetype have? Well, there's the Armor Knight in Nino's Paralogue. Never forget the Armor Knight in Nino's Paralogue. Or Nina, not Nino. Nina. The Nina Paralogue Armor Knight. Who has an axe because he promotes into a general. So he's a pretty cool one. The famous axe guy? Yeah. The intended axe general is so funny. I mean, so I'll say this, right? In Revelation, the good route, you can't ever encounter that guy as a armor because Niles shows up late enough that you can only encounter Nina's Paralogue when the enemies will already be promoted, which is just yet more evidence of Rev being the best of the Fates routes. They hated Jesus because he told the truth. Your incantations, gestures, they're so inefficient. The sheer wastefulness of the, Whoa, calm down, fella. What is it to you? As a student of Oak Hall, It is a duty for me to correct such inadequate performance. Not everyone could afford to go to some private academy. I see. A hedge mage. Who's your master? Didn't have one. Found a tome in a pawn shop a little while ago. Figured it'd be easier than shooting fire and swinging a sword. You just figured it out? Can't compare it to a trained mage, but it was easy enough to pick up. That's absurd! It took years of poring over theories and formulas for me just to form out the smallest spark, and you just figured it out? Maybe you're just a slow learner. I was the top of my class! With such raw talent, surely you must come to Okal. What I have now works fine. Is it the pursuit of perfection, not the reward in itself? Not a chance. I hate some of the rev map gimmicks, but as a player of Gate Fates, Scarlet deserved better. I actually don't mind Scarlet dying. I think that, like, it makes sense to kill a character off at that point in the story. And I think, you know, just killing off a pre-promoted unit, at a point where you get a bunch new pre-promoted units, right? From a game design perspective, makes sense. Like, realistically, mechanically, you don't miss Scarlet. Just because she died. And she just joined. So, like, it makes, to me, it makes more sense to have her get killed off than, like, if you were to kill off someone who the player has had for a while and has, like, trained up and whatnot. If Scarlet had supports, it would be more impactful. Honestly, that's what I think is the biggest issue with Scarlet. Not them killing her off. I think them killing her off is good, actually. And I also don't think the player needs to have, like, a ton of investment in Scarlet. For it to work. I think the level of investment the player has in Scarlet is perfectly fine. It's a good cut punch. Super Robot Wars does the same thing. I think the main Scarlet issue is how she's treated on Birthright. And not having any supports in that route. When she I mean, core insexuals in general, I think, is just bad. I don't like them. I don't like characters who can only support the avatar. It feels like it takes away from them as a character. I would almost rather have it be that they can't support anyone. I remember there's a hack where they also killed Sakura right after. Mechanically, like from a gameplay perspective, I do think that's probably a little bit worse, but honestly, or rather not worse, but I think the 1-2 punch is like, well then you never trust the game. You know, I made the theme discourse video, right, where I talked about how, like, I think Fire Emblem players just need to be more okay with accepting that not everyone gets a happy ending. It's also why, like, it's kind of relatedly, I think Alfred dying at the end of Engage is fucking awesome. And I'm not saying that as some sort of, like, Alfred sucks, I hate him moment. I mean, like, literally just, it's so sad. And that's what makes it awesome. What's the pitchforks? Ultimate polearm, uncounterable. I don't want to waste the wind sword. We'll move you up here. and then you go here and heal. I was expecting that Ryoma and Xander would die in Rev. I think that there's diminishing returns to killing off playable characters. Like, the first time it's shocking, the second time it makes you question whether anyone will make it out, especially if it's in quick succession. Like, I think if you're gonna do multiple kills, Hag does something that I won't spoil, where basically you end up losing two characters, but they're far apart from each other, and the circumstances of it are also very different. And I think that works much better structurally than if you were to do the 1-2 punch, like kill Scarlet, then kill Sakura. And I also think from a gameplay perspective, like, you've got, you know, ludonarrative consonance, which is the idea that the story and gameplay reflect each other. But I think you also need to be careful that you're not fucking the player over too badly. I think what you want to do is make the player feel like they are more fucked over than they actually are. So, I mean, going back to Rev and Scarlet, losing a unit that you've no control over losing makes you feel like you've been fucked with. But realistically, also nice, we got speed. Realistically, like I said, Scarlet is like pre-promote number 10,000 at a point where you just get Ryoma and Xander and Leo for free. And then you're gonna get Fuga. You recently got Shura. Like, I don't think all these units are like S tier or whatever. But they're all strong enough that you can form an army using them. The issue is in Fire Emblem there's a large cast. I mean, is that an issue though? I think that makes it much easier. You had Camilla for 6 maps. Yeah, Camilla and Reina, who like are still fucking phenomenal. I think the larger cast makes it easier to do these big ludonarrative consonance moments where you can make it, feel like you've had this big loss while simultaneously not actually fucking the player over off as much as you might think. Damn it, they're almost here. Men, take the fight to them. Why are there zombies? Why are there zombies? These are the free fiends from earlier. Real talk. How good would Scarlet be in Rev if it wasn't for the funny? I mean, she's a pre-promoted flyer in Vala. There's a limit to how bad you can be when you have that trait. Six times, oh, but you'll counter. I think she would be perfectly serviceable filler. She'd be like a better version of Hinoka, because you don't have to spend a Master Seal on it. But being a Corrin sexual would definitely hold her back. She has the Wrath skill as her personal skill, so maybe you could try to do a crit build. But I explored the idea of a crit build in like the April Fool's video I did about her. Oh, we could just kill you. Roshia seems really fucking good. Is Sword Saint a promoted class? A more pretentious title is needed. Is she a pre-promote? I feel like she's a pre-promote. You reminded me of how bad Hinoka is in Rev. I don't know if y'all are Hinoka fans, but I do have a Hinoka's focused video that got released on my second channel recently. Hold on, let me pull it up. I'll post the link in chat. But it's a map clear, so it's not like... I mean, there's a reason it's on Ice Rider, right? It's not gonna be everyone's jam, but it's me training up Hinoka and her 2 retainers, in the same run where I'm also training up Arthur. I'm also doing Nyx Benny, that pairing, which I think is really good. So a lot of stuff going on, but focusing on Hinoka and her retainers in the join map. Cause while they are, all kind of unfortunate, Hinoka's the first face unit I was a huge fan of. While they're all kind of unfortunate, I do think, like, Setsuna, Azama, and Hinoka all kind of get, like, overhated by people who might not be as familiar. Roshea is a promoted unit, but she has crazy growths because she's a sword saint. Yo, the Karel archetype. Peg Knight is one of my favorite classes. Yeah, so Scarlet, just to circle back to the question you had, Scarlet in Rev. Oh, she only gets, like, 6 levels because she's promoted level 14. Those are good growths, though. Those do be good growths. Have you read the guide on levels? I don't think I did. I got promotion EXP. Units no longer reset level on promotion, but the max level of 30. Okay, so it's a FE4 leveling system? Units with a lock icon in their class description only promoted level 10 and 20. After turn 30, experience gains will disappear for all units. So it's like FE4, where if I'm understanding correctly, I might be misunderstanding. Like, I don't want to. It's turn 18 now. Yeah, it looks like the guide is a little bit out of date. Sad. Riker, you're too good. I want to set up a kill for my training project. Perfect. 15. Yeah. Roshea doesn't have any double turns or movement abilities. It's just her kit is the trade-off. I mean, no double turns on her, but, like, I can refresh her with Oriana, I can refresh her with, Ellery. And the auto crit is, like, kind of stupid. Talk with Ellery. I can't reach anyone to talk with Ellery. I might as well use the last of the pot. Because we're killing this turn. That's a fucking murder. Okay. So then what we'll do... 13 times 2. Okay, can you... I would like you not to kill. Stun. We'll stun you with tower, so we don't murder. I'm gonna rewind the stream and catch from the beginning. Maybe I'll catch up near the end. Well, good to have you here regardless, Declan. I hope you enjoy the rewind. Hold up, it's rewind time. Crynia has a 105 strength growth. No, she has an 80% strength growth, actually. Misinformation spotted. She had like a 100 and something speed growth, I think? Crynia is the recruit. Damn, I'm the misinformation! Wait, am I the misinformation? Yo, I'm the misinformation. I got so focused on Rahesia. Damn. I was the misinformation, as it turns out. This is so sad. You have to kill me now. I spread misinformation on the internet. All will fall before the will of Ellis. Are you sure about that? You will be judged. Oh, I didn't get, like, bossy XP for that. Huh, okay. What the hell was that about? If we're going up against the sect, I want some damned answers. If I knew the sect was after my daughter, I wouldn't have just left for the mainland. There's something more to this illness, isn't there? Crynia has been chronologically ill, and the symptoms are... unusual. But this talk of curses, demons... The time for secrecy is over. I'll tell you everything I know. Tower, you better have a good reason for keeping things from me. Your secrets have endangered the crew and I. Let me hear it. As with many of the Crescent's problems, it began with the gods. They granted mockery of blessings upon the champions. As tools of petty wars they waged against each other. A blessing that transformed their bodies and distorted their minds. I assumed this hereditary disease would have a supernatural source. But the gods? How do you expect me to find answers with half the question? I did not know your character at the time. If you knew the full extent of her danger, couldn't risk you seeing Crynia as a burden to be erased. The fate of many a blessed. What about now, Tower? Do I deserve the truth? I erred. You always deserve to know. What is the endpoint of this transformation? What is this about the fate of Rat Creek? Well, it's true that Valen's crew failed to breach the workshop. They did not fall that day. No, Valen slaughtered them all. His rampage did not end until the sect finally destroyed him. But not before Rat Creek was utterly flattened. That's why you insisted Crynia recover someplace reclusive. That's why you didn't want me to bring her along. This crew, the wider Crescent, they weren't acceptable collateral damage. But my family was. It was part of my agreement with the sect master herself. As long as I minimized the risks, the wider sect would never know. And now I'd have 3 years to resolve the matter as I see fit. What a wonderful bargain. It's only my family that has to bear the risk. And yet the here the sect are, baying for blood. I did not consider that in 2 years the sect would be foreign to me. And my opponents would all they need to discredit my name. You always assume you'd be correct, and look at what it's cost us. If you were any other person, if you did not accompany me all this way, if you were not as dedicated to Crynia as I am, my blade would seek blood. Family drama is less entertaining when my life is directly at risk, too. I'll admit, my actions were contemptible, placing your family, this crew, even the sect below my selfish desires. Do you desire an arm? A leg? My skull? I won't stop you. You frustrate me to no end. I know those selfish desires are for Crynia. I could not have been easy to stand against everything you know. So I find it my magnanimous heart to give you a drop of forgiveness. I may be an outsider to your story of gods, adventures, and curses, but you forced me into your struggle. Where does this leave us? We dragged you into something far bigger than an expedition, haven't we? I will not fault you if you wish to abandon this journey, pay back the gold, and drop you at a safe location. But the ship must continue its voyage. You're not even going to try with honeyed words. I will lay all my cards on the table. I've had enough of secrets. At the end of the day, we still have a crew, a ship, and a destination, sect or not. I can't truly fault you for wanting what's best for your loved ones. We continue. To wish to preserve despite my deception, and the odds, is admirable. That is this convoluted way of saying thanks. This is a debt that I can never fully repay. Thank the stars. Thank the stars that everyone is safe. Oh, Crynia, I didn't know what I'd... Mother, I'm fine. It's going to take more than that to harm me. We'd parted on poor terms, but for you all to go this far for Crynia, I couldn't ask for a better family. I know. I'm pretty fantastic. Don't get mixed up, sister. I did this for Crynia, not you. Who knew that my raising drunkard of a son could actually put in effort? You did good for once, my boy. Mother, now's not the time for this. I'll take that compliment. More than what I've got out of you for the past 12 years. For good reason, unlike my own granddaughter who held her own. You should have seen me! They were ready to take me on. You were fighting? Dear Ellis, it was a desperate situation. Sheltered flower ain't helping anyone. When I was her age, I was fighting the liches on the East Coast. Adversity builds character. Crescent isn't some wasteland anymore. The Crescent isn't some wild wasteland anymore. Crynia doesn't have to fight for her life to have a good future. It may be peaceful now, but it ain't staying that way. Sect just proved that. I think she doesn't have to fight at the front to get that kind of experience. Maybe Crynia is old enough to speak for herself? Ha! Look at how you turned out with your own decisions. Marlo, you know she's been ill for so long. I'm sorry I opened my mouth. You can argue all you want. I'm going to sleep. Crynia? Is it another episode? You should have told me. Don't pretend to be fine. I'll be fine, Mother. Don't panic. I'm used to it. Oh dear, Ellis. How has it progressed this far? It had only reached her forearm before I left. Get Tower. Anyone that can use a staff. Medical supplies. Hurry! That's the full story. Caps, I only caught maybe half of that, with all the screaming in the background. However, vocal cords not. Half of her body is sprouting tumors of this rotten flesh. Oriana has to keep scraping off the newly formed meat, while Tower does his best to keep the girl tethered to life. That's supposed to be an illness? Poor girl. That's no illness I've ever heard of. I hope you caught the most important part of my story, that she's poised to transform into a violent abomination. There's not much we can do about that, is there, Captain? It's not like we can just slay her before she turns, with Oriana keeping a close eye on Crynia at all times. Just keep an eye on the timed explosive and know when to flee and warn me. That's incredibly fascinating. What are the mechanisms for this transformation? How does the human body reshape itself into more mass than it initially contains? For your own safety, Lynn, do not go poking around. Oriana will gut you. Fellow who perished of Ligma. I can't believe Crynia has Ligma. The target is extremely resilient to damage. Severe casualties to sect forces in the termination of the target. Estimation of evacuated civilians measures 20%. This disciple recommends that the origins of the target are investigated, such that it does not occur again. Merzid. I forgot Marlo was related to anyone. Is that new to the patch? I don't know. Sorry, I've never played 1.0. I know a bunch of stuff has been added in 2.0, And I know a few of the things, like the pot is new, because that was in the trailer, the FEE3 trailer. But, other than that, it's basically just what chat has told me is new, which might be incorrect. Although, you know, I can't speak because I've been misinformationing myself. Marlo is always Oriana's brother. I mean, I think it would make sense because they're, you know, she's picking up their family, right? Essentially told me either I continue with this mess holding her timed explosive, or else she'll be throwing me off the ship. Not much of a choice for me, is it? I don't think Oriana and Tao ever intended any malice. If it wasn't for the sect, none of this would have happened. Not a malicious bone in her body, Oriana. Crew love her. Enough that in a mutiny, I'll probably be the one going overboard. Oriana is a good quartermaster, but you know I'd always be on your side. I know I have you, Mince. I wish they were wicked, because now I can't reject them. This whole excursion was a hasty decision, and now I'm paying the price for it. I could have done anything more sane, such as poisoning, stirring dissent, or assassination, but instead I gambled all on this workshop, hoping for weapons that may or may not exist. There's always the option to start over. Let the mainland fight their own petty wars while you do whatever. You know I'm not looking for peace of mind. I see their faces in my dreams, mocking me. Bastard cannot amount to anything. Do you not feel the same? Do you not hate them for driving you from your home? For killing your liege? The loss of the princess was a tragedy beyond belief, but I don't hold a personal grudge. Games of the court nobles are beyond the understanding of a simple knight. Aren't you the open-minded one? I wonder if there's anything in the world that can drive you to anger. I'm not so bold to claim there isn't, but it's not healthy to stake so much on a promise of vengeance. I can't just forget everything. It's not who I am. I can't tell you to forget it all, but you've clearly thought too much of this lately. Some warm soup and a good nap would put you at ease. Maybe I'm too on edge. Perhaps the rest of this trip will go smoothly, and I can forget this whole conversation. Yo! I love when they have the ships sail. It always looks so cool. That's a small fleet of ships sailing around the bend. Recognize them? They fly the flags of the Saltworm, conducting power in the north. The controlling power of the north. Adventurers like us would typically join them in the fight to fight the Green Tide, not for our immediate concern. I assumed adventurers just robbed tombs and dug up treasure and relics. Does fighting the Green Tide pay well enough to have adventurers gather? Adventurers who skip out on the Green Tide face social ostracation, as it is seen as deeply shameful. That's us. Green Tide lasts months, Captain. There'll be plenty for us afterwards. Months? How is any settlement still standing? Individual waves come sporadically, but more importantly, the adventurer obligation is a necessary survival tactic. What a world. Hold on. Are the Saltsworn hailing us? They're calling for us to reinforce them. I hope you have a good excuse ready. Is that the Seahawk? Decent-sized caravel, small crew, one ballista. I can see the captain from here. There's nothing more to say. Commence at once. Commander, are you certain? This blow to a reputation will be significant. Wailed, are you loyal to me or are you loyal to the Saltsworn? Always you, Commander. Then give the order. Men, set the sights. On my order, unleash the meteors. Yo, no way! Fire Emblem 4 Remake! Hold on, we're under fire! Mince, I feared you wouldn't make it in all that armor. I still owe you that warm soup. I ain't dying before then. Then just never make the soup. Looks like the crew made it out. Those ships that sent us hurtling are still on our tail. I can see them in the distance. I do not want to be here when they arrive. Looks like the old plan again. Everyone, let's cut open a path. I'm no believer, but thank Ellis for the land boat. I can't swim. Wait, Pamela, you see that? Those men out for blood? I'm not the one with the glasses. No, not that. Look at those ships. Doesn't something look familiar? Their cannon is very similar to the one we have here. Maybe it's a similar design. I would have assumed so, except if you look further that way... That's parts of a disassembled land boat. The one we invented? I suppose great minds link alike and all. Palm? Did you speak about this with anyone? Well, there was that one time at the pub, at Shipwright. He was one of the few people that didn't laugh off my ideas. Camillo? He was very interested in my work. He wanted a copy of the designs. Who was I to say no? And now these designs are here trying to kill us. That better have been a damn good conversation. We had a great time! I must have the elephant installed on the land boat before our target arrives. Can't miss the chance to test this thing out. You two start unpacking. I didn't hire you two to loaf around. On it. Get moving or you'll find yourselves out of work. This job sucks. We're being paid nothing to drag logs around for some asshole. It's tedious, but it's safe. I grow weary of fighting, Locke. Yeah, I understand. We keep getting our asses beat. It's not just that. It's fighting, killing for coin. It just seems so meaningless. It's how we've always lived our life. Why bring this up now? I don't know. Let's just get moving before we get yelled at. The fleet drops goons every 2 turns until they're destroyed. When the crates are broken, the land boat will spawn. You really don't want that to happen. Take this, elephant. Yeah, that's the fucking FE1 translation. Elephant, no way, FE1 reference. Hold on 1 second. I stubbed my toe, and now my nail is like bent. I think I have nail clippers up here, just to fix it so it's not all fucked up. Ouch. It didn't hurt. Interestingly enough, it just kind of... The nail is bent now, and so I want to clip off that bent part. I thought I had nail clippers. I usually keep them at my desk. I can't find them. Maybe my cat's knocked them down somewhere. It's not a big deal. It just feels funky. Alright. We got 14. That's easy. That's easy. Because we're not Lindros gaming. Or, we're not stopping the Lindros gaming, rather. Extra defense. Who should I be giving extra defense to? What's the contraption do again? Oh, right. Extra resin blocks crits. Right. I figured we'd give it to her just to make her more resistant. Why do you have +4 defense? Oh, because the frying pan. Trying to figure out who to give the wyvern tail to. I mean, like, probably Mince? He is my tank. Either Mince or Rohesia. Actually, I'm thinking... We're all in on trainee moments. Hashtag just use both. You're benching alcoholism. Oh, is Marlo alcoholic? I guess, yeah, if he wants nothing more than a cozy job and a drink, you could say alcoholic. Rivan did get some pretty peak trainees. It's another one of those where I said, like, the way that I approach a Fire Emblem game is very different on, like, stream versus off stream. Do we give Lindros res? I think Lindros res would probably be pretty peak on the mana juice. Like, the trainees just give such possibility for pop-off moments, right? And the chicken. We clip farm with the chicken. Content brain. I mean, the content brain sometimes affects things outside of content. Like, I'll be for real. But I don't think I would use multiple trainees in a blind playthrough if it weren't for the content. How's it going? Hey, Crips Macklin, how's it going? I just saw the Leo Trans video, Time to Burn Fire Emblem. What'd you think of the video? I think it's a good video, but I also think it's gonna get me canceled. I also think it's... Because I feel like for some reason, like, nuance is just thrown out the table, out the window when it comes to that support chain and whatnot. Do we want to, I guess, Steel Bow, because we can use the... Talk about, like, I'm set 1 on Ren mode, and then we get this shit, right? Yvette moment. Trainee. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Have you heard of the Bound Destiny trilogy? No, what's that? Are those, games? Are those, It sounds like books, if I had to guess from the title. I vaguely remember Leo trying to get better and being bad at it. It's a while since I saw the support. It's more about the Forest Paralog than anything. Are there armors on this map? Do we want a hammer? You have a mage armor. Generic. A mage armor! Slow and fragile, he'll be easy to take down. Why is he in armor then? The predator has become the prey. So this is an escape map. Mikkel. Slightly distinguished goon out of a face of goons. Oh, are we like, we're spread? Yeah, we're spread. Okay. We're spread. Okay, we gotta put Oriana up here, or... No, Oriana and Tower are both up here. I think we have one of each trainee, right? In each. Let's do it like that. I think I remember recruitable on this map. I'll figure it out or I won't. I don't need to be told things. I am gonna start giving temp bans when people start just saying like, oh, there's this, there's that, there's whatnot. Like, you know, I'll either figure it out or I won't. And you know, we will survive. This isn't tiering saga. I'm not gonna get soft locked due to not recruiting enough people. Benching Pomelo and Yosef means, like, I've got fewer axe users. And I feel like I want the halberd more than I want the hammer. So we'll figure this out. Gregory. A salt-sworn shipwright and avid ballista enthusiast, he made the mistake of showing up on the front lines. What a loser. Alright, if you have 5 move, 1, 2. Let's just try this. Is that a thing that can happen in TRS? I missed basically all of the solutions to... There's a late game map in Tearing Saga where... Also, apparently Yvette can talk to that guy. An out-of-luck miscreant just trying to get by in life, self-preserving yet greedy. Wait, okay, so let's... Destroying this timeline. So basically, there's a late game chapter where, there's a ton of dragons, and there's several characters who have tools that you can use to kill them, but I missed all of them, so my only option was to dodge tank, like, 70% hits in a single turn, and I was like, yeah, no, fuck that shit. I'm not with them! Could have fooled me. I'm just a sailor who watched up here. This is just poor timing. So, I'll just be on my way. Oh, Whipjack's joined the enemy. He'd sell his own mother for 2 gold pieces. You're about to get what's coming to you, sewer rat. Looks like you ain't getting too much of a choice here. Damn it! Alright, Whipjack, you got 60% growth in strength, 40% speed. Body Slam, add 25% of current HP to damage. Drains HP, auto repair. 14 might, 65 crit. Jesus fucking Christ. True ridiculousness. Feathery Fury there. Also, Thug? Your class is Thug? Does the ship have ballista? It do have ballista. Okay. Ship physic? Wait, that's so peak! Alright, we'll kill this guy. We have, you have 16 attack. You have 11 attack. Okay, I think what we do is you, Feathery Furry. And then you do this. Okay, we'll put you here. Talk. This is the place. It's worse than I expected. Valen did all this? That was no longer Valen. What a cruel fate, to slowly lose control of one's own body. Why do the gods need to bestow this gift? They see humanity as pieces on a board for their own entertainment. I can only pray that it was over quick. Valen and I parted on poor terms, but for everything to end like this, I told myself I could sort everything out. And look at the outcome. I failed Valen, I failed the sect, I failed those poor citizens. Why pin everything on yourself? You couldn't have known. But I should have. The symptoms were there since his adolescence. Yet I dismissed his concerns when he truly needed me. I was powerless. You did everything you could, going beyond expectations, for a family that isn't even connected to you by blood. Valen is my son, blood be damned. Just wish I had more time. Alright, we'll dance tower. And then tower will bonk like that. Shove and go up. Valen chip. This map is pure comedy. The boat physic is part of it. This was even older than me, but before he didn't have a PRF, which made him like one of the worst units. I mean, he gets like the super boost from Body Slam, but if that was all he had, I feel like that wouldn't be that much. Like, the 14 might 65 crit definitely carrying an amount of weight. Alright, and now there's this squad. Alright, let's... fair fight you. Then you kill with the Iron Lance, Crynia. If you compare Body Slam with Crynia's skill or Rajasia's skill... Who's Rajasia? Crynia's skill is just the better version, but also Crynia's a training project, right? Like, if Crynia didn't have the better version, it would be, like, bad for her. The Sword Saint. Right, thank you. Rahesia. I misread what you said. I thought you said Rajasia. That was my bad. Whipjack will have more HP than the enemies anyway, so it's always going to be more damage. Oh, there's a visitable house down there. We will stab you. Over 100 strength through does that to anyone. Frenny gets ridiculously statted by the time she's trained. It is the ROM hack training project moment. Over 100 in the relevant stat just means, like, lol. Get wrecked, losers. $17, $19... So yeah, you're good here. We inner power. And we auto-crit you. Prinia gets 100 in strength and skill, while Gecko gets it in res and luck. The Swordmaster archetype versus the Pegasus archetype. One of them definitely came out better than the other. More speed and strength on Riker! What the fuck is going on? Alright, so now I need to figure out, is Riker dead? He is, so we rescue him. Riker's actually pretty fast. Yeah, but the strength though, right? The strength though? Oh, nice strength, girly pop. Evil boats? Evil boats? Yo, nice dodge tank, Whipjack. Hang on. Someone's making noises downstairs. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hey y'all, my wife is sick with something, so we're gonna shut this down so I can take care of her. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.